very, very, very much. I appreciate you for keeping your doors. Log on to 3FM 92.7. It is the urban blend. It is 31 minutes past the hour of 2. All right, so we understand that somewhere 2015, running into 2016, in Parliament of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, in reading the budget, spoke about funds ready for the construction of the flower pot overhead or interchange. Around 2015, we understand. Now, John Dramani Mahama lost the election bitterly, and he was frustrated. He was so bitter he lost the election. He had to pretend to even thank Ghanaians. Listen, President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo became the president, and I am sure if the funds were there and were approved at the time the project started. I am taking you step by step. So we understand that in Parliament, somewhere around 2015 or 14, thereabout, John Dramani Mahama, reading the budget at the time, spoke about funds ready, borrowed monies for the construction of the flower pot interchange, and he also made mention of the Pokwasi interchange as well. Bitterly, he lost the election. He thought he was going to win the election so that this project will be in his name. He lost the election. President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo became president. The project commenced, and for 8 good years or 7 good years and something, we have now completed the project. I thought they said the project was going to take only about 2 to 3 years, but it took us about 7 years and counting to complete that project. So it means that the entire lifespan of President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the construction was still going on. Listen, the project was opened just 2 days ago, and you know what happened? That's normal. Maybe we are deviant in this country. Maybe we are not serious. Listen, people started running there to set up maybe canopies, table and chairs. And I'll be showing to you a woman who was the first. She behaved like a child who was running to the assembly ground without the bell even being beaten. Listen, she behaved like when you are in school and it's not time for break, you will be the first to run to the canteen. As soon as the place was open, listen, she was the first, and you can see that on your screen, to park her truck or her truck with coconut ready to sell. I don't blame her. It is because of the hardship in the country. If there were jobs, I am not sure she would have been there at the time. I thought coconut was sold by only men. This woman was sitting there innocently. She knew nothing. She didn't even think that she was going to be sacked or abused. She knew nothing at all. She was just there to make some ends meet. She wanted money, maybe to take care of her kids back at home, and even send some, maybe to the north, to the south, to the west, or what have you, wherever she's coming from. Listen, it is so sad. When I saw the picture, I went into the spiritual realm to ask God that what could be the problem. Because when you see the nature of the woman, it is so sad. I wish I had money, about 10,000 Ghana cedis. I will go dump it in her hand and tell her, God bless you. Go look for some kiosk somewhere and establish yourself. Listen, if our markets were conducive enough, I am not sure this woman, maybe leaving her kids at home, would have been there at the time just to sell. So she was praying to God, oh, Eradi, God, if they finish this project, please give me a stand there so that I can position myself so that when your angels are passing, they can buy from me. She's so innocent. She didn't know she will be chased out of the place. I am building a foundation. I love beautiful projects. Let me take you to somewhere, Medina. Medina, Zongo Junction. You see the footbridge? The footbridge has become a market center, the busiest market center in the whole Ghana. You cannot walk on the Medina footbridge without people pushing you, heckling you, and even flinging some dresses in your face. It's a disaster. Listen, Titus Glover was just around the flower pot yesterday, kicking tables, breaking tables all over the place. I wish, unless he is the regional minister, I wish Titus Glover will go to Medina overhead. I wish he will go to all the overheads in Ghana, especially Circle, and all the footpath, and drive the people away. We should not be hypocrites. I support him for driving the people away, but the method is what I don't support. I support Honorable Titus Glover for driving them away, but the method in which he drove them away was what I don't support, and I will never support that. It looks so violent. Listen, Mr. Titus Glover, Honorable, I salute you. I know you wish well for this country. Yes, you were the one playing Shatta Wale's song even at the time that you knew you were even losing the election, dancing miserably. Today, see what he has done. He broke table. The table that belonged. You could have driven this woman away, giving her her table, and even telling her that, oh, educate her. Please, you are not supposed to be there. I am sure if they are wise, they will listen. Don't break the table. Where is she going to get money? Look at him on the screens, breaking it. That kind of lifestyle. I love Honorable Titus Glover, but it is so shameful the way he went by breaking the table. It is so sad. That could have been the last money she had. Maybe she has gone to rent the table to even come and sell and to go pay back. You broke the table. We could have driven them away, educate them. Education is the most important thing. Lack of wisdom, the Bible says, my people perish. It would have been nice if the minister was wise enough, excuse my language, he would have called them, gathered them and said, oh, I don't speak God to them if possible, and tell them that, hey, here, dear, you are not supposed to do this. Maybe tell them it's a security zone. Yes, it's a security zone because I understand the Bank of Ghana, something is around that side. Educate them, tell them not to sell there. But to break the table is what I don't understand. Mr. Titus Glover, Honorable, I think you've gone too far. If possible, I know how gentle you are. If possible, reach out to this woman, apologize to her, or if possible, buy her a table. You could have driven her away quietly. Use a responsible method to drive them away. So with a coconut seller, were you going to throw the coconut on the floor? Throw the coconut in the air? Certainly not. Mr. Titus Glover, you are the regional minister, Greater Accra Regional Minister. Have you ever been to Cycle before? Don't be a hypocrite. When you go to Cycle, under the footbridge, under the overhead, there are so many people selling kelewele, kakolo, and things. They are even selling medicine for sexual weakness under the bridge. You see them. If you want your buttocks to be big, they are selling them there. You've never been there. The Bahama, Dubai, you've never been there. This is so hypocritical. Mr. Titus Glover, I love you. Mr. Titus Glover, I will be so proud of you if you can go to Cycle today and drive with the same energy, drive the people away from there, around the fire service, drive them away, and especially those selling at the footpath where we are supposed to walk. Drive them away. Listen, drive them away. Let us know that you are regional minister, competent enough. What the woman did and others did was not right, but the approach is what I am criticizing. It was abuse. Mr. Titus Glover, I know you. I know you are somebody who loves God. And I know you can quickly apologize to this woman, reach out to her and tell her that, hey, I am very sorry. I wish I never went that far. I know you can do that. Let me tell you something. Other countries, I have traveled maybe a little. I have been to London, and I can tell you that some of the food bridges, some of the overheads, restaurants are even established under. Restaurants. If we have that picture, we can show it to them. Some of the overheads, shops are built under. Pedestrian paths are being created. And it's so beautiful. You can see some on the screens, especially in Germany. You will see them. Do you understand? Restaurants under the footbridge. Have you used the atomic roundabout before? It is a place where mad people, excuse my language, mentally retarded people, that is where they have their estate. They sleep there. The minister, Greater Accra Regional Minister, hasn't seen that. He hasn't driven around those sites. This is so hypocritical. Listen, I love the way he drove them away. But the method in driving them away is what I am criticizing. Look at what is on your screen. That is a very big overhead. But there are shops under, there are restaurants, there are pubs, there are boutiques under the footbridge or under the overhead. We could have done that. Do you understand? Because when the place is open, people will want to take advantage of it. Because the markets are full. The markets are not good enough. The markets are muddy. So they are not able to sit there. The markets have no shops. And they are all struggling. Mr. Titus Glover, I know how best you want to operate. It's been long I've heard of you. And only to hear of you in this method or in this way is what I feel you've gone too far. Honorable, respectfully, with the greatest of respect and the love I have for you. Honorable, respectfully, and the love I have for you, if possible, I'm on my knees, if possible, just reach out to, do you know how much a table costs? Do you know how much you can get a table? Mr. Titus Glover, I am not sure that woman whose table you broke, who is selling the banana today can get the same amount of money to go to the carpenter to get her a table. Mr. Titus Glover, with the greatest of respect, looking into the camera, I know certainly you may watch this. I know how gentle you are. I know how humble a man you are. I know how down to earth a man you are. Mr. Titus Glover, with the greatest of respect, please. You know, sometimes when you're angry, you can react in a way that later, I know very well. I am not close to him. I've never been close to him. I've seen him from far. But I know he's a man with a very deep love for humanity. Mr. Titus Glover, I know you have regretted you broke that table. I personally, looking at you, I know you've regretted breaking that table. Respectfully, Mr. Titus Glover, Accra Regional Minister, if possible, reach out to this woman, get her the table, and educate her that, please, me don't pa, but there, you are not supposed to be there. Explain to her. I know how best, and I know how far you can go. Mr. Titus Glover, and I plead with you also that if you want to succeed in these few days before you leave, go to Circle. Go to Medina overhead. Go under the atomic roundabout. Check all these places and drive them away. Get your task force, drive them away. Clear the place, clear the road. Armed robbers and thieves are part of the people sitting there, and they rob the people, especially Circle and the rest. Mr. Titus Glover, you are somebody I love. Among all the politicians in Ghana, I can tell you for a fact that you are one of the politicians that I just love, naturally. And I know you can do this. I don't want to play that song, your favorite song from Shatawale, because I'm sure when I play that song, you will be thinking about how you lost that election. With all humility, Mr. Titus Glover, go back and apologize to that woman. I love the way you drove them away, but the method is the problem. Thank you so much. We leave it here. We will bounce back tomorrow. But remember, after tomorrow, by the grace of God, I will not be on the radio, because the chairman will be back, well seated and well dressed. I'm gradually informing you. My name is Blakk Kobby, Ghana's #1, Africa's finest. And I want to say thanks so very much, especially going out to you, Faustina. And to the gentleman, Jesus. Edmond, thank you so much. Yes, gentleman, handsome man, of course. Thank you so much. And also big up going out to you, the poet, who loves to write just about love. Big up going out to you, Francis. You know, when you're a poet and you are in love, you write everything love. I love you so much. Thanks so very, very, very much. My name is Blakk Kobby. We shall be back to wrap up tomorrow.
92.7 3 FM.